Hi, I'm Lorraine and welcome to my channel. Welcome to today's collective tarot love reading. Now I have your cards ready. Now I'm going to deep dive here and explain in detail by way of the cards what's going on with you and what's going on with your person. Alright, so let's go. Let's do this. Now your crowning card collective is the Hangman card. Now this pertains to both you and your person. But I'm going to come in with your person first. Alright? Now what it talks about here in your reading is that your person had an opportunity to live a better life here. To make some good positive changes in their life. And this is what they wanted. They wanted something good. Here collective. Something to make, they were looking for success. They were looking for their happiness. And what they were doing at that time wasn't bringing it in. Here in your reading. So you came along. Best way I can put it here, collective. So you came along, and what it talks about here in your reading is that for your person, that's not what they wanted. And I'm going to be straight up with you, okay? Because they couldn't see how another person coming into their life was going to create some positive changes, was going to create positive changes for your person so that they could live a better life, because your person was already dealing with others. They were already in a cycle here, collective. And it was so entrenched, they held on tight to that cycle, collective, that they didn't want to let it go. All right? Now, that cycle was full of negative here, patterns and habits, a negative way of thinking, programming here, collective, a past programming, all right, where it had become quite normal for your person to behave a certain way. So you showing up on the scene, it made your person think to themselves, how was that going to bring in anything different? I'm already dealing with people, so how was one person going to bring in changes for me? Now, what it also talks about here, collective, is that you're coming in with requirements, and because your person wanted changes, because your person wanted happiness here and success, you were the requirement, is what I'm getting here. But what your person couldn't see at that time, or they saw that they were attracted to you here, collective, but in terms of their way of thinking, this was an outdated belief system for your person, so they were still operating that way. This is what it talks about. And see, with you coming on the scene, it said to your person, this is bigger than what you imagined. But they didn't connect the dots, is what I'm getting. And so it became an awkward decision for your person, only because, like I said, they were still holding on to their past, here collective. That's what it talks about. A past cycle, or the cycle they were already in. And what it talks about here is that your person said, no, I don't want to end that cycle. I don't want to end that cycle out. I want something to come in that's going to make this cycle better. The cycle that I'm already in, the cycle that I've already built and established for myself. But the Hangman card was saying a sacrifice needs to be made. And so your person thought to themselves, I think that's the best way to say it, the decision that your person made was to stay in that cycle. It was easier for your person to stay in that cycle than it was for your person to create a whole better life for themselves. That's not how they saw it. That's not how they saw you, here collective. And like I said, the cycle that they were already in, they wanted that to be better. All right? So how could you make that cycle better? That's what your person was thinking here. And for them, it would have only made it worse. Things would have only gotten worse for them. But they didn't get it, did they, collective? They didn't get it at all. Your person did not connect the dots here in your reading, yet they were quite an intelligent. Oh, they had a high intellect here. Let's put it that way. And they may have been intelligent as well here, collective. Okay? There were too many attachments here. There were too many things that your person was attached to. This is what it talks about. People, places, and things. Here, collective, their social clique, their friends, their family here, intimate partners here, collective. All right, so how were they going to change all of that for one person? Because that's what it means here. All of that, the negative here, collective, had to change. But for your person, how they saw it was, how could I change my whole life for one person? But it's actually was the other way around here. See, what your person didn't understand here, collective, is how can I change my life, by focusing on me, by changing me here. See, your person thought, now how are you going to change my life? I don't know if that's going to be a good thing here. They didn't see it as a good thing here, collective. They actually saw it as something negative here. Because you triggered your person. And why did you trigger your person, collective? Because you were totally different to the foundation that your person had already built here. How could you be my happiness? The whole time, here, collective, your person fought it all the way. All right? So they made the choice, and the choice was to stay where they were. They were not going to make any changes here, collective. They wanted the cycle that they were in to change, and to change in a positive direction. That's what I'm getting here. Okay? All right, so let's continue. All right, collective. Bear with me. Okay. Now you're coming in with the Eight of Wands. And so what it talks about here in your reading was your person's perception. This is what it talks about. And like I said, here, collective, your person wanted that cycle that they were already in to change, to be better, to bring in their happiness. Everybody that they were dealing with here, collective, it wasn't about your person. This isn't how they saw it here, collective. Your person wasn't the problem here in your reading. The problem here, well, in your person's eyes, the perception here was their environment. Now, how can I create some positive changes in my environment? Now, you're coming in with the Eight of Wands, and so what it talks about here, collective, when you were on the scene here, collective, things started to happen for your person. This is what it talks about. Your person was motivated. There were certain changes coming in for your person. There was this forward momentum. There was a shift happening here for your person. That's what I'm getting, all right? But what your person didn't realize here, collective, is that where did that come from? What I get here in your reading is that your person just avoided you. They ignored you here. You were not someone or something here, and I know you're not a thing, that was going to change your person. How could you do that? How was that possible here in your reading? That's what I'm getting. For your person, what I've established for myself is huge. It's taken me so long to build this, and I'm not going to give it up. This is what it talks about. I've invested so much into my environment here, collective. I belong, I'm accepted, and I'm seen as worthy, and they value me. But if I was to take a step in your direction here, collective, this is your person. If I was to take a step in your direction here, collective, I'd have to start all over again. And I don't want to do that. So for your person here, collective, there was forward momentum happening. Everything was happening for your person. So why would I want to sacrifice my environment, my foundation for one person here in your reading? Now, what it talks about here also, collective, is that this Eight of Wands, This forward momentum has ended for your person. It also brought in an ending. Because what it talks about here in your reading is that, see, your person, their perception of the truth here, collective, is that they had the control. They were able to create this forward momentum. But in actual fact here, collective, their environment had the control. And their environment brought in an ending for your person. However that happened here, collective, this is what it talks about. Because it's telling me here in your reading, your person was being pulled. There was a lot of demand. Here, your person was wanted. Here, okay, collective, people wanted your person's time and attention, and they liked that. This is what it's saying. Like I said, I'm accepted. People value my time and attention. I'm seen as worthy. Yeah, I belong. But if I come towards you, I don't have any of that. This is what it talks about. I have to face certain fears that I have when it comes to myself, and I ain't prepared to do that. But what the Hanged Man card was talking about here, collective, is that's exactly what your person had to do. Was to face their fear. And they didn't want to do that because, here, collective, it was too hurtful for your person. It would have triggered your person to remember here their past, and they didn't want that. See, this foundation that your person had established here, collected, had covered up that void, that emptiness that they had inside of them. But when they wanted success and they wanted happiness here, collective, it was because of the void, but your person didn't realize that. And you never do. You never do, collective. You work your ass off, you work harder, but it still doesn't change. Now you're coming in with the Ace of Swords. And so what the Ace of Swords is talking about here, collective, is now they've connected the dots. Now finally your person has connected the dots. That it's like saying here in your reading, if I had only taken the chance, I would have created positive changes. If I had only faced my own fear, my reality here, see, they didn't want to face it in the past, all right, collective. If I had faced my own fear, pain, hurt, and fear here, collective, all right, neglect, abandonment, and rejection, if I had faced that, I would be in a better position than I am today. See, now they're connecting the dots because your person is actually going through a tower moment. Now, this tower moment here, collective, is a huge realization for your person, okay? And it stresses your person here because their environment here, collective, hasn't changed. However, the way in which your person sees their environment has changed. That's what it talks about here in your reading. And when they look back at the Hanged Man card here, when they look back at that opportunity here in your reading, your person hides. Your person hides. They struggle to deal with it. They struggle to think about it here, collective. So once again, your person's not facing their fear here because they are being triggered here, collective. So they are still in that environment, still in that cycle here, collective, but now it's changing. This is what it talks about. Now they know. I don't know how they know here, collective, but they know now. This is what it's saying. If only I had ended out the past here in your reading. They didn't end the past. The past kind of ended out itself. It's talking about actions here, but these actions are not just about your person. These could be your actions, but more importantly here, collective, these are actions that people in in your person's environment, people in front of their eyeballs here, they're ending it out for your person. Okay? All right, now you're coming in with the Four of Wands. And so what it talks about here in your reading, collective, is that your person had no idea. I don't know how else to say it. No idea that you were going to bring in positive changes here. They didn't realize here, collective, that they needed to make this choice. This was the choice. This is what it's talking about here. And they had to commit to it, but your person didn't. Here in your reading. They definitely want it now, though, collective. I'm just going to say that. Yeah. Because now your person's learning. They've learned some huge lessons here. You're coming in with the Ace of Swords. There's regret here, collective. Okay? Your person does not like themselves when they think about how they treated you in the past here. But what it also talks about here in terms of the Ace of Swords is that they had a chance to deal with that. They had a chance to deal with themselves. And like I said, in the past, your person said, I belong, I'm accepted. They value me. See, it had to go the other way around. Your person had to say to themselves, I value me. I belong to me. Yeah. I am worthy because I choose me. See, that's what the Ace of Swords is talking about here. Yeah. The Four of Wands. That's huge for your person. They see it now, collective. And feel it. This, yeah. Now, you're coming in with the Five of Wands. All right, collective. Now, what it talks about here in your reading, and I spoke about it here, collective, everybody else had the control. They had the control over your person. They told your person what to do. And what it can kind of talk about here, collective, is that they told your person who they were, okay, how to walk. It's kind of coming in like that. How to talk, who to talk to here in your reading. And that's a huge realization for your person. And this was your person's foundation. This is what I'm talking about here, collective. So your person was quite used to, and it was seen as normal here, collective, that everybody wanted their time and attention, okay, for your person. And they did a hell of a lot of things, and that was quite normal for your person. But what it talks about here in your reading is that your person forgot about themselves, oneself here. And I spoke about that in the beginning, is that your person felt accepted here, belonged, all right? But it didn't fill the void. This is what it talks about. It didn't fill that emptiness that your person had inside of them, because they were still looking for their happiness, and they thought that it was going to happen with this forward momentum, their perception. But that forward momentum was about you. That's what they realize now. Okay, now you're coming in with the Six of Swords. And so once again here, collective, I do seem to think that this is you. Okay, you've walked here. You walked away from your person because they stayed where they were. It took a hell of a lot out of you. It's not like you just upped and left. I do seem to think here you gave your person chances, or you may have even waited for your person. Okay. And now that this has come in for your person, what they realize now here, collective, is that they made the wrong choice, and that choice was to stay where they were here. Okay. But not only that, collective, is that they didn't choose themselves. Now you're coming in with the Hierophant guy, and what it tells me here in your reading is that your person finally realizes now who they are. That the choice, the Hanged Man card in the beginning, was about them knowing who they were, knowing oneself here, collective. They still have to get there though, collective. And what it talks about here in your reading in terms of the Hangman card when it comes to you, collective, Now you've got to choose. Now you're coming in with the Nine of Wands, so your person went through a huge ego death here, collective. Huge ego death. Your person has to admit here in your reading that their past, that they ignored themselves here, collective, that the void that they have inside of them, this emptiness here, collective, hasn't been filled. They didn't make those changes that they needed to. Also coming in with the Nine of Wands, it's about your person being able to recognize that they covered up those voids, that void here, collective, with patterns and habits here. Now you're coming in with the Ten of Swords, and this is a huge regret for your person, because what it talks about here is the truth. They finally know the truth. They didn't want to listen to the truth in the past. They ignored it. Okay? They ignored it. Ignorance here, collective, is what it talks about here in your reading. And there's a huge regret here, collective, is because your person listened to everybody else. Now that foundation is coming down, but I actually think this tower moment for your person is a dark night of the soul. See, every time they think about what's happened here, collective, your person goes within themselves is what I'm getting. Now you're coming in with the King of Pentacles, and what it talks about here in your reading is now your person wants to invest, but this is how they want to do it. Okay? This is what your person wants to build. They want to build something solid now. Because you're the star. This is what it's saying. Now they know that you're the star. You're the one. All right, collective. Now you're coming in with the Seven of Pentacles, and I spoke about that in terms of the Hanged Man card, that your person stayed in that cycle. All right. Now what it's talking about here in your reading is that that cycle did nothing for your person. Not what they wanted anyway here, collective. That's what it's saying. So the potential outcome here, collective, is your person finally focusing on themselves here, and the choice is yours. This is what it's saying. All right, join me in the Facebook group. I'm going to end it out there, collective, and thank you so much for your reading, and I'll catch you up. Bye.